Hello folks, welcome back. This is CCL Sports Cards. You know, if you're anything like me or like I was when I re-entered the hobby a few years ago, Bowman and the different products each year can be super confusing. I mean, there's Bowman Draft, there's Bowman Chrome, and then just plain old Bowman. And while the designs are consistent in each year, it can be impossible to figure out which player is from which set. I mean, I spent about 10 minutes earlier this week trying to figure out just which set Bryce Harper was actually in 2011 Bowman. But anyhow, I am no different than some of you watching this, which is why I created this episode, which is dedicated to helping you avoid some of the mistakes I've made over the years, or moreover, helping you keep track of which players are in which set. But first things first, I think it's helpful to understand the release dates of each of the products. The reason for this is it touched on a mistake that I made, and more than once. In my mind, Bowman Draft was first, and when buying Gleyber Torres a couple of years ago or Juan Soto, I bought their draft cards, thinking, well, draft has got to be first, it's the draft. But Bowman Draft is actually last, and it's generally released in December, and usually features a great number of players drafted that year by MLB teams. Next up is Bowman. Bowman is actually the first product released in any calendar year and generally makes its first appearance in April. And Bowman is usually absolutely loaded and generally features international prospects who have recently signed, as well as players who were drafted in the preceding year but not make it into Bowman Draft for whatever reason. A recent example would be Austin Martin, who was drafted by the Jays in 2020 but didn't make his debut card-wise, until 2021 Bowman. And then lastly, we've got Bowman Chrome, which usually comes out late summer, early fall, depending on how you look at the seasons. Bowman Chrome is also loaded with international players and prospects, as well as cards of players who just haven't had a card yet, for whatever reason. Perhaps they were a late draft pick or weren't on anyone's radar until that point in time. So it goes, Bowman, and then Bowman Chrome, and then Bowman Draft. Now, without further ado, here is your Bowman cheat sheet. This list is not meant to be exhaustive in nature, only to give you a quick rundown and reference of popular chases from Bowman products between 2019 through 2021. First up, 2019 Bowman, probably the marquee Bowman set released over the past 3 years. Although in all fairness, 2020 Bowman is really picking up speed. But back to why you're all here. 2019 Bowman features Bowman cards of Wander Franco, Marco Luciano, Joey Bart, Julio Rodriguez, and just first cards of Elvis Martinez. No autos for Elvis in this product. Akin to Brady House in 21 Draft. 2019 Bowman Chrome features first autos over Elvis Martinez, Alexander Canario, Noelvi Marte. Now, there are notable rookies like Fernando Tatis Jr., Vladimir Guerrero Jr., and Pete Alonso, which kind of saves the set. But I want to be clear here, those are rookie cards and not first Bowman cards. And fun fact, I actually once bought a box of this thinking it was a great value and looking for Wander Franco, which kind of prompted me to create this video to help all of you. Next up, 2019 Bowman Draft, which features Adley Rutschman, he'll be in the show soon, Alek Manoah, Riley Green, Josh Jung, Bryson Stott, JJ Bleday, and Quinn Priester. Moving into 2020 and starting with Bowman again, we've got the Martian, Jason Dominguez, Anthony Volpe, Bobby Witt Jr., Miguel Vargas, Everson Pereira, Bayron Lora, although again, just first and not his autos. Jarren Duran and Robert Posson kind of ran out that checklist. And in 2020 Bowman Chrome, a really underrated set in my opinion, we've got Gabriel Moreno, Francisco Alvarez, Luis Matos, Eric Pena, Michael Harris Jr., Vaughn Grissom, Luis Angel Acuna, and Oswald Peraza. Side note here, Bayron Lora does have autos in this one. And lastly, 2020 Bowman Draft, which you guys know I love. It features Spencer Torkelson, Nick York, Nick Gonzalez, Robert Hassel, Justin Foscue, Zach Veen, Ed Howard, Jordan Westberg, Heston Kjerstad, and Tyler Soderstrom. And last but not least, 2021. Now, 2021 Bowman features Austin Martin. His autos are actually redemption, so keep that in mind as those expire. Then we've got Aaron Sabato, Jose Salas, Maximo Acosta, Blaze Jordan, Kevin Alcantara, Yolbert Sanchez, Alexander Ramirez, and Hedbert Perez. But just his autos. There's no base cards for Perez. Yeah, it's confusing, eh? 2021 Bowman Chrome features Shaylin Polanco, Luis Rodriguez, Wilman Diaz, Christian Hernandez, Christian Santana, Carlos Colmenares, Yiddy Cap, Victor Acosta, Leover Peguero, although just autos for Peguero. And finally, 2021 Bowman draft, which features Benny Montgomery, Jordan Lawler, Marcelo Mayer, Colton Cowser, Isaac Pacheco, and Henry Davis. So there you have it, folks. A quick cheat sheet to help you a little when breaking or buying products. Now, I want to reiterate that while this list is somewhat comprehensive, it's not exhaustive. This is in an effort to keep the episode shorter. I excluded many young stars, including some of my own personal favorites. But if you need further guidance or help, reach out. I will do my absolute best to help you navigate these checklists and potentially save you hundreds, if not thousands of dollars buying the wrong product, like I've done. Be sure to share this episode and platform if you feel it is helpful or relevant in your collecting universe. And lastly, keep in mind anything I say on this channel is strictly my opinion and should be taken as such. Happy collecting and happy hunting, folks.